What's going on, everyone? Back, got another video here. So this, as you can see, is the S13 modified knuckle with Q45 brakes and different Nissan parts. Anyway, this is much better than the original design on the Nissan S12 because right now it is time for brakes. And well, the way they designed this car from factory, it's great that there's four-wheel disc. However, to do the fronts, you gotta pull off the whole fucking front hub, which is a bitch. So on the S13s, you don't do that. You literally just change the disc and the pads. Normally, you would have to pull off the dust cap. Sometimes you'd have to replace the dust cap, replace the cotter pin. Sometimes you gotta replace the axle nut or the castle nut that's in there. And then from there, you have an inner bearing, an outer bearing, and then you also have a wheel seal. So we're not trying to do any of that shit right now because I don't got any of those parts. And I don't think any of those are accessible. I've got the rotors, I got the pads. However, I don't think I'm gonna be replacing the rotors today because fuck taking all this shit out. I think we're just gonna do a quick pad slap. By looking at the rotors, I mean, they're not too bad. I'll probably just slap some quick pads on just until I get the S13 parts installed. But yeah, you can see here, what a shitty design. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that's the pad depth. So I got very little to nothing. My rotors are smooth, a little bit of hot spots, but they're nice and smooth. There's no obvious signs of warpage. There's no big gouges, no big lips. So all feels good. So we're gonna do a quick pad slap right now, and we'll check back in a little bit. Alrighty, so if you guys are doing pads and rotors, what the tools you're going to need is you're going to need a 14mm socket to take off the guide pins on the caliper. And then we'll hold on the bracket, or these big bolts right back here. Those bolts are actually a 19. You have one on the top and you got one on the bottom. I don't know how best you guys can see that. Quick little overview. Yes, my tie rods are torn. I know. I have new Ford Escort outers, S13 inners. I got a full parts build waiting. I know they're bad, they're shot. I know it's leaky oil. I know she's an 80-year-old car. I'm glad it's still running. I know I've got S13 coils on order. Just bear with me. S13 hoses, I got them. Just bear with me. Soon, coming soon. Electric tools do make jobs go a lot quicker. You guys do have a preference on whatever you choose, but if you guys choose Milwaukee, you guys obviously know what's good. Just make sure you get a nice seat. Obviously, he doesn't want to break off like that, so let's see if we can get a extendable ratchet. Let's see. It's weird doing everything one-handed. There we go. I gotta set you guys down. Fucking shoes and the squeaky ass floor. Okay, that one's loose. Make sure we seat that one nicely. Okay, all right, that one's loose. Now, nice. Perfect. That's your bottom guide pin. Set that aside. Make sure to always wipe off the old grease, the old debris, and put new grease on. This is very crucial. Always put on new grease. Customer car, your mom's car, whatever. Put on new grease. Let's see here. Oh, I can zap it out all the way. There we go. Okay. Top, bottom. Caliper should just come right out. Sometimes you might need to put a little pry bar or like a flathead there to pop them out. Let's see what I got. That'll work. And just give it a little pry. And that's all she is. Boom. Try not to let her dangle. There's your piston here. Gonna need to be retract. Always good to do a little bit of inspecting, maybe a little bit of cleaning. You can can see. No, you just set it right there on the tie rod end, and she's good. As far as your pads, this is where your pads come off. Reverse process if you have the new clips. Some people put grease on the clips here. I don't really think it's necessary. You can just really, as long as you're doing the guide pins, you should be okay.